What's going on? Back at the park today, and I want to switch gears, getting technical again and kind of doing a lot of flip in, kind of weird techie trick grinds. I don't know. Nollie flip crook was sick, but still skipping ones that are very, I don't want to say simple, but they're a lot simpler than what I just did. Today, I'm going to try to figure one out that has really had me puzzled for a while. I'm gonna do fakie ollie switch frontside crooked grinds. I think that's how you say it. Fakie ollie switch front crook. I think that's what it's called. I'm gonna try that. I feel like I see a lot of people do this one, and people who have it, they just got it. It seems very easy, but for some reason, I can't figure out the pinch. And I've always struggled with that kind of toe front side crooked grind pinch, whether it's regular or switch. So today I'm gonna finally give this one the attention it deserves, because it seems like one that once I figure out, I'm just gonna have for probably ever. And I'd love to be able to just kind of do this one in the middle of lines and just whenever I really want. You know the deal. I'm gonna throw on my socks and shoes. I gotta bring over my little special guest who's gonna help me explain and give you my hypothesis on fakie ollie switch frontside crooked grinds. Beatty, say what's up to the people. Come here, wait, stay here. She might seem a little stir crazy right now because she just got 2 shots and we were in the neighborhood. So I was like, I'm gonna film a little video and have baby girl come hang out with me. As you can see, I've got no coffee today. It's because I'm spracked out of my mind. I've probably already drank too much coffee. What time is it? It's like 11:30 right now. Probably drank a little too much for the time, but I'm good. I'm gonna use this energy to get this trick. So fakie ollie switch frontside crooked grinds. It's a mouthful, isn't it, huh, Beatty? All right, so this trick has been one that has been on my mind for a while. I've tried it many times. Like, have fakie 5-0s really well, but something about this one, I don't understand where to put my foot in the pocket to lock into this crook. It always blows my mind when I see people do it, because the people who do it never do it at the end of the ledge. It's like, seems like the type of trick where once you got it, you could do the entire thing. It's like they just fakie ollie in real solid, and then from there, they're just holding it for miles. And I just don't get it. And I really want to figure out how to do it, because this trick is so stylish. I think this is one you don't even need to complicate. It would be sick if I could do fakie ollie switch front crook fakie flip, but it's one of those that it looks so good by itself, you don't even need to do all that. Just to do a fakie ollie switch front crook is enough for me. Maybe go out regular, maybe kind of do some spins out of it, but it's just a solid trick. It's one that I've genuinely struggled on. I've landed a few, but they just were kind of falling off the ledge, or just nothing really solid, you know? Nothing that good. But today, I'm gonna change that. So I think the main thing that I gotta really focus on here is just getting into that spot on my board where I'm kind of pinching into a switch front crook. That's gonna be the challenging part of this whole thing, but I feel like all I've gotta do is just figure that out, and I think I figure out the whole trick. My hypothesis for this one is I'm gonna have to figure out how my foot's gonna have to move from popping fakie into that little pocket. That pocket is usually the hardest thing for me to find, but today I'm gonna look for it. Hopefully I find something. Hopefully it's not a weird slam, because I'm a little nervous to try this trick, because it's so simple that I usually overcomplicate those type of tricks in my head. Once I find that right pocket, I'll probably be able to do it on most of the ledge. That's my prediction today. I'm gonna say that by the end of this video, I can do it on the whole ledge. All right, I've got my socks and my shoes on. It's time to go to the ledge and figure out fakie ollie switch front crooks. But first, we gotta do those warm-up tricks. This list is getting actually kind of long, and the tricks are definitely getting harder, but every video, make sure they're in the bag. All right, we got through the warm-ups. It's time to get over to the ledge and learn fakie ollie switch front crooks. I gotta start by stalling this one, because I really need to figure out how to get into that toe pinch position. It has never made any sense to me. I could do front crooks, and that kind of makes sense. I'm getting a little more comfortable with that, especially since making these videos, but just that fakie ollie into this crook feels just weird. But I had an idea though. I do frontside 5-0s on ledges, kind of in that pocket. I pinch my 5-0s. I don't really do them like a straight 5-0. I'm gonna do one right now so you can see. But the way I do the 5-0s is basically like doing this trick, but backwards. So I'm gonna try to keep that in mind and remember how I do that, and see if I can apply that to this trick and see if it helps. So I think the main thing I gotta remember with this is just like, if I keep my weight kind of on this front shoulder, on my right shoulder, I feel like it's gonna keep me in the grind, because a couple of those locked in and felt good. It's just, I started leaning on my left shoulder and it started shooting out. So I kind of feel like the same way I would do that 5-0, like I was saying, I'd lean on my right shoulder, which would be my back shoulder because I'm going regular. But because I'm going switch or fakie ollie into a switch grind, my right shoulder is now my front shoulder. So I think leaning in is gonna be the key to how I need to do this trick. Next, I think something I really got to focus on is pressing my toe into the ledge. I notice that like I'm locking in, getting in the right pocket, but it's kind of starting to roll off the ledge. And I feel like it's because I have my toes up. And I remember back when I was trying front crooks in a bunch of videos before this, I really have to focus on pressing my big toe down. So I think it's going to be the same with this. If I get in the same way I'm doing it, but press my big toe, I think it'll lock me in and hold me there. That big toe thing helped a lot. I feel like if I do that, but I also keep my weight on top of the ledge, I think that's the secret. That's the thing I never figured out. All right, let's try to do one with a little speed. Maybe a little less speed. This trick is honestly so much easier than I gave the patience to try it. I would try this for maybe 5 tries, get stuck, opposite wheel lock, some weird shit like that. I'll just stop trying. This was making so much sense. That might have been the first time I've actually done this trick. Just gotta find that right comfort spot. I'm also noticing the faster I go, the more difficult this becomes. I feel like this is a trick you want to do kind of like low and slow. Makes it feel a lot more controlled and just easier to lock into. All right, I feel like I've graduated from the little ledge. I feel like it's time to go back to the good one. Got to figure out how to like really press my toe into this trick. So there's like a sweet spot between ollieing too far onto the ledge and ollieing too parallel. And every time I ollie too parallel, it does that. So I gotta figure out how to do something in between. I feel like that's a start. I think the uncomfortable truth about this trick is my whole foot almost has to be on the ledge. Like my board has to be here and I have to be like dragging my toe. I don't like that, but that's how you gotta do it. That's the trick to it. I gotta put my whole fucking foot on the ledge. That's the key, foot on the ledge. If I can figure out how to get my shoulders leaning into the ledge, I think that's the last piece, but it's also the hardest for me to do. All right, let's try to hold one from the halfway point. My shoulders might have something to do with this too, like not leaning forward or backward, but side to side. I'm gonna try to lock my shoulders. Oh, gotta fix my leaning problem. Maybe I've gotta do more of a crooked front crook. Maybe that might give me a little more stability. Maybe they're too straight and I'm just going straight off the edge. That's the key, crooked front crook. All right, let's try to go for the whole ledge. It really matters where my toe is in that pinch spot. If I'm like this, it'll just slip out. I need to be like almost hanging my whole foot off the board. Let's try to get a better one. Dude, this trick is like, it's not very hard, but it's like technically, like the little technicalities of it are fucking hard. All right, so that's it. That was not really that hard. There was some technical stuff that was like a little challenging for me to figure out, like how to pinch on the top of the ledge. It was a little less like having my foot on the board and pinching down with my toe on my board, a little more of like having my heel on the board and pinching my whole foot on the ledge. It's usually not how I skate. I'm more of like a toe skater, but I had to kind of adjust to figure that one out. The other thing that was really weird was my shoulders. Obviously, I don't want to lean too far in or too far away from the ledge because that would either make me like just completely slip off of it or just stick. But I also had to like open my shoulders a little more. I was thinking I needed to lock them and kind of keep them pretty parallel, but this trick worked the best when it was very crooked. It all just felt buttery once I did like a very crooked frontside crooked grind. So yeah, I'm stoked to have this one. I'm definitely gonna be doing this one a lot more. This is a trick I've wanted for a while, so it feels pretty good to finally have some understanding of this one and have given it a little bit of patience today just to figure out how to do this trick. If you guys like this, let me know below. And if you guys want to see some other tricks, let me know too. Kind of like trying to find some sort of rhythm in these videos. I've definitely been all over the place with what tricks I'm trying, but if you have something you think I should try or you think that like would just be kind of crazy to see my thought process on, comment below and let me know. If you like this, please like and subscribe. You know that really helps me. I hate saying that, it's very YouTubey, but it does really help me. And as always, until next time, peace.